Hey there gang, welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa, this is my workshop. So the Italy fire truck that I have been working on, the Blitz Opel, Opel, is it Opel or Opel? Blitz Opel fire truck that I've been working on is done. I have a reveal for you and we're going to go take a look and see in just a minute. So before we do that, let's quickly do this. Let me give you my sponsor. And if you use this discount code right there, you will get 10% off. Okay. And I've gotten a lot of people that have told me how much they really like the Seeker airbrush, that brand new airbrush that Gallery launched. And my contact at Gallery, her name is Sita, just recently informed me that they are out of stock on the Seeker and they're not sure when they are going to be able to start shipping that again. So for the time being, the Seeker is off the radar. You can also shop at Amazon and you can use that discount code right there. Okay. So Gallery, as usual, takes care of you. Let me do this quickly and then we're going to go take a look at that fire truck. This coming Saturday, the 28th of March, is the Replicon show in Freeport, Long Island, right off of Merrick Road. Okay, this is an IPMS Nationals show, and it is for cars, trucks, aircraft, everything that you can think of, military. Okay, so it's not just cars and trucks. And then next month on April 28th is the big show, NNL East, and that's in Wayne, New Jersey. Okay, and that is a huge show. Definitely worth your time to go to that show. All right, let's go take a look at that fire truck, all right? Okay, so this is the Italy 1/24th scale 1940s fire truck. So it's a World War II era fire truck, and it was over in Europe, and I think this fire truck was actually over in Italy. So because it's a World War II era fire truck over in Europe, I made the connection that it was probably in use during World War II. So I wanted to make this fire truck a little bit weathered, a little bit beat up, because I kind of figured this truck wasn't going to be in getting maintenance very often and getting cleaned up too often. So let's take a look and see what my build looks like. Okay, and here we go. And as you can see, it's all weathered, kind of rusty looking. And that's exactly what my intention was, to try to make it look old and rusted. Okay, and I have to tell you, this was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed putting the detail work into this with regard to the weathering and so forth. I weathered the bottom as well. Okay, all rusty and kind of grungy oil stains and so forth. I even put some mud in here. I had some mud for the tank, actually, so I borrowed some tank mud and I encrusted some mud here and there in the tires. And I got to tell you, I'm really kind of happy with the way this turned out. Even got some dirt marks up here on the windshield, so where the windshield wipers went across, it left the dirt mark. What I used to do that was Tamiya buff, and I'm going to show you the build sheet, okay, in just a minute. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, you certainly can, but that was done with buff, and that was done with the airbrush. Okay, here's our headlights that I had such a difficult time getting on, but they are there. All right, flip this around to here. Okay, all old and raggedy looking, and that's what I was looking for. Push this back a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. Okay, bring the light down. Okay, and yeah, I'm really rather happy with the way this turned out. Now, a number of people wrote to me and said this nozzle is supposed to be like a brass color. I was going to do it in like a chrome or aluminum color, but a number of people wrote in and said, no, it was done in brass. So I did it like that, and I kind of weathered it, made it a little bit dull to keep with the theme of what I was trying to accomplish here. So I want to thank everybody who took the time to write in to let me know that. I have the hose looking like it's kind of old and weathered and so forth. And yeah, I'm really rather happy with the way this came out. Okay, and got some stains up on the top there and a little bit of rust there. And what I did to have these different areas of rust where it appears to be blistered, okay, can you see like right in there and down in here? I took embossing powder. Okay, and I had a couple of different shades of the embossing powder. I had black, I had dark brown, and I had a rust color. Actually, I think the color on the jar was coral. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I took some Loctite super glue, okay, and just smeared it. And then I just drizzled on that embossing powder, let it dry, and then I came back in with a couple of different shades of orange marker. These are acrylic, okay, and just kind of stippled in a little bit of the orange here and there on top of that embossing powder. And in fact, I'll tell you what, here's my test card where I was testing different shades of rust. Okay, now this is, I think I got that upside down. Oh, I guess there is no upside down, but anyway, this is on a piece of evergreen, plastic sheet, all right? And that's what I did. I just took a little bit of super glue and smeared it on here, and I drizzled some of that embossing powder on here and tried a couple of different shades to see what kind of an effect I could get in creating that rust. And those embossing powders are right here. Hold on. Be patient with me because I'm stepping away and I'm grabbing these. I should have had them ready. Hang on. Okay, so here we have rose gold. Okay. And that's kind of a light brown color. They call it rose gold, but it's more like a light tan color. And this is a mixed media. Okay, a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown, a little bit of everything in this one. And this is that coral color, actually terracotta. For some reason I thought it was coral, but no, they call it terracotta. Okay, and some white called cottontail. Now I use the white because the markers showed up the best against the white. Okay, I had two different shades of orange and a brown. I actually had another brown, but I can't find that right now. But against the white background, the white worked the best. Okay, and then finally we have the black. Okay, so that's what I used. And this embossing powder, okay, it's just a very, almost like a powdery substance. I guess that's why they call it embossing powder. It's almost a little bit thicker than maybe talcum powder, okay? So that's what I used to create that rusted effect where the rust is kind of blistering and bubbling up. All right, so there we go. The 1940s Blitz Opel Firetruck. All right. And I will probably be taking this to the Replicon show this coming Saturday. The other car that I think I'm going to bring is my USAC build. Let me quickly bring that in here. We'll take the Firetruck out. Okay, and there's my USAC build. Okay, I revealed this, I guess about a week or two ago I revealed this. Okay, and for those of you who have not seen that video, this is a 1969 Camaro. for the USAC group build. That's the Unified Scale Automotive Content Creators group build. So if you have any kind of an online presence, whether it was YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you are on, then you were eligible to participate in the USAC group build. And this was my USAC group build, okay? And these were all done in Kaleido colors. This was silver, twilight purple, and I think this was liquid brown. Not brown, blue. Liquid blue. And as my usual, I weathered underneath. Okay, that's what I usually do. I give it a little bit of weathering. I do that on almost all my builds. So I think I'll be taking this to the Replicon show as well. I'll probably take this to N&L East along with the fire truck. So those are two that I'm definitely going to be bringing along. Okay, and I know that many of you have written into me saying that you like to follow along. So I will put this here in case you want to take a screenshot. Here are my notes. This is for the 69 Camaro that I just showed you. Let me get this paper clip out of the way. Get out of there. Okay, and couple of aftermarket things on that car. Okay, I used MCV tires, and I think I've got a Gopher wired distributor in there. So yeah, these are the notes. Okay, again, if you want to take a screenshot, okay, and I'll quickly show you my notes for the Blitz Opel Firetruck. Okay, here are my notes for that. Okay, my color list here on the left, right, and some of my other trivia that went along with that build. Okay, so again, if you want to screenshot that, okay, I'll hold this up here for another minute. Okay, and there you go. All right, so as is my usual practice, when I wrap up a build, I will normally clean off all of the benches, and I'll pull this back and I will show you that the build bench is all clear, and I will head over to the paint bench and I will show you where I have gotten started on my tank, so hang on. Okay, so this is our tank, all right? This is the Tamiya M2A2 infantry fighting vehicle. This is a Bradley tank, and I am going to do it in the desert colors. You can do it in the European camouflage colors, all right, but I am electing to go with the desert colors, okay? So that's how this is going to come out, hopefully anyway. This is my first tank. So here's where I am. I have all of the parts primed and so forth, and I've got many of the parts categorized in their individual bins and so forth, okay? Like this will be flat black, okay? And I've got my flat black pieces in here along with the flat black paint that I will be using, okay? And yeah, so we're on our way with the tank. Now, I'm just touching upon this. I know that for the vast majority of you, you're really not into military and you're really not into tanks, so this is going to be a side build. I am going to build another car after, well, not after, but as of now, really, I finished up the fire truck. So I'm going to put up 3 choices for you to take a look at. Let me know what you think. So let's head back over to the assembly bench, and I'll put those up for you. Okay, hang on. Okay, so these are the 3 that I'm kind of going between. Okay, we've got a 26T Street Rod. It's a Reveal kit. And this 35 Auburn Boat Tail Speedster. That's a Lindbergh kit. And we have this London Taxi. Okay, this is an ICM kit. All right, how cool is that? So I'm kind of going between these 3. So let me know what you think. If you're a regular follower of the channel, you know that I really like these old classic offbeat builds, and I think all 3 of these fit that bill. So let me know what you think about that. And I guess that's going to do it for this video. I'm all set and ready to go. I have all new blades put into my X-Acto knives, topped off all my thinners and all my other liquids and so forth that I need for starting a kit. I even cleaned out the spray booth. So that's all clean, brand new liner in there. We're ready to go. So the only thing I need is to hear back from all of you. Let me know what you think, okay? We'll call this, tell you what, let's quickly do this. Hang on. Okay, I quickly labeled them, okay? A, B, and C. All right, so let me know what you think I should jump into next, and I will see you all in the next video.